quarantine. I'm meeting.
Quarantine, baby. Podcast, facial recognition comedy, quarantined, can't be let out. We can't let us out.
Oh my God. And you got a map in your room?
I got a map. I'm not showing off too much in my room. I already did that on a live stream yesterday.
Yeah.
I originally had this map up here so that I could put stickers of every country/city I performed in.
Yeah.
And now it's just going to have one big sticker in my room. So in Los Angeles, just one giant sticker.
I mean,
of me
but now we're on
here.
the internet. You're global. So really just like cover the map. You don't need the map.
You know what? You're right. I'm going to throw this map away.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you can get internet in the ocean. So maybe just cover all
I feel like some parts of the ocean. Come on.
Whatever has Wi-Fi, whichever part of the...
You know what? I will turn this into a map that has access to Wi-Fi because that is a very important discussion. What are the people who need to be in quarantine but don't have access to the internet doing? Just connecting with friends and family?
Yeah, they're probably way happier.
Gross.
Way happier.
I want to be comparing my output to anyone else on the internet. That's what I want to do. Grind, content, baby.
All the time to do that.
Truly.
Yeah.
How are you spending quarantine? How are you doing?
I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, I don't like rat races, and I like sort of creating without sort of like any other motive other than like I'm excited about it, you know? So just been starting up some new projects. Working out, lots of working out. You know, I'm not trying to come out of this like, have you seen the movie WALL-E?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not trying to look like humanity in that movie.
Yeah, I'm trying to look like the robots. That's what I'm trying to look like.
Oh, yeah, the robots look good. WALL-E's adorable.
Yeah, truly.
But like, yeah, we're like existing through screens right now. Like I was looking at my usage of my screen time or whatever, and it's gone up hours.
Yeah, mine's gone up, but it was already worrisome before, so
I know.
Yeah.
Likewise.
I know. I feel like
Tiger head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a trophy hunter.
It's a faux tiger.
Yeah, it's like a stuffed animal.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I have something I can show you. Other than my butt. It's my Batman. It's my Batman.
Oh, is that the one you sleep with?
I actually this used to be my babe, but it also like it used to be Bowie's. Like he would sleep on his little legs. Like Bowie would rest his little my old dog used to rest his little head on him. And so I'd keep Batman here to protect Bowie actually. But yeah, that's my stuffed trophy.
It's so funny. I was thinking about wearing that shirt also because that's one of my home shirts, the Los Angeles Diversity and Comedy Festival.
It feels good. It's
super comfy, right?
The comfy shirt. Yeah. I'm also like you, I'm exercising. I'm eating better because I can't go out and get candy that I like hoard in the middle of the night and just eat my feelings with. So we ran out of ice cream yesterday and me and my roommate were like, oh no, what are we going to do?
Oh man, I got down to the wire with toilet paper. Like I got down to like 1.2 rolls, and then I went out into the world, and like I'm asthmatic, so I'm risking my life to wipe my ass, right?
I got sleep apnea, baby. These lung issues, we're here for them.
Yeah, we need to be indoors, but like you also need to wipe. I just, I went to one. The line was crazy. I was like, I'm not gonna wait in line for 2 hours to see if they even have toilet paper, which they probably won't. Then I went to 7-Eleven, no toilet paper or anything. And then I went to Ralph's, and there was a little bit of a line. Once I got in line, bigger line started forming. So like I got there at the right time. No toilet paper, no paper towels. So
lean into your Daisy and just wash that ass, I
mean, that's what everyone's been saying. You don't know, like I did my first AMA thing, Ask Me Anything, and I got a lot of people saying like, aren't you Daisy? Like just water that ass.
We have time now. You could literally wash your ass every time you pee.
And then we get to wash our hands afterwards. But then it's like, well, what if you don't wash thoroughly enough? Like I have short nails, but like that's the thing. We're supposed to wipe are people just having clean shits where they don't ever cut the loaf? Like,
No, I think people cut the loaf. But it's like then you have to. Yeah, that's true. It is grosser initially, but if you wash all of that off, do
Yeah.
the thumb thing, the like fingernail thing that they do. My
What's
hands
the,
look weird
hold
in
on,
this.
let me
I don't know
learn
why.
this because I've always been,
So
I'm
you
a
do
wet
you
wipe
you
person.
you wash like this, and then they have a tutorial where they have like oil on gloves, and they show like what parts of your hands it covers. You have to wash the backs,
Hmm.
right? And then you have to wash each thumb, and then you have to do like the tips of the fingers, and you like wash in the thing. It's like, and then you get the wrist, and like you have
So
to the whole thing
it's just like, it's problematic for me to like touch water a lot. I mean, because
because of
like
your
I have,
eczema.
yeah, so that's,
Yeah,
I have a little bit of
that's
eczema.
the tough part.
I moisturize, so it's not that bad right now, but
Yeah, I've been moisturizing like crazy because if you get cuts in your fingers, that's like another way for things to get infected and all
I
sorts of things.
realized I touched something with an open fucking wound in my hand,
Yeah.
and I had to put Neosporin on it. I've been putting a little bit of Neosporin inside of my nostrils just when
Oh,
I
to
go
keep them
outside.
moisturized or something, or
No, it just, if we're supposed to breathe through our nose and exhale through our mouths, we're breathing in. There's a little bit of a barrier.
I don't know if that's how that works, but
I
maybe
don't
I don't
know
know.
either, but I've heard it from a couple people, and I'm fuck it. I have Neosporin. I have Q-tips. Let's do this shit. I'm
Yeah.
ready.
How are you feeling in general? Because I feel anxious,
I mean,
and I got really frustrated with a bunch of. Oh, sorry,
no, but you
it got
said you wanted
frozen
to.
for a
You're
second.
feeling anxious.
Oh, I'm feeling anxious because I'm anxious about what's going to come, and I'm anxious about the precautions people are taking, and I'm frustrated with people for not taking this seriously. And I've been like reaching out to people like since like a week and a half ago. I've been like DMing people being like, "Hey, friend, don't do shows. No, seriously. It's my professional opinion as
When you
somebody
said
who's done
DMing,
science."
I thought you said
Yeah.
damning.
Damning people. I've been
Yeah.
damning people. That wouldn't be amazing if I had that power. Um, no, I've burned some bridges, but I've convinced a bunch of people to stop. So
So you've done good.
I hope so. I definitely know after this, some people are going to be pissed, and it's going to be really funny to go to open mics and see those pissed people. Like,
It's just gonna be really
there's going to
funny
be
to go to
some
open mic.
tension.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. Yeah. Imagine us being grateful to go to open mics. Like,
I don't know. I haven't done an online show yet, but I'm thinking about going. Someone asked me to do like a live thing, so I'm like thinking about like, and that's sort of what it is, right? Like, just our sets are just whatever we want.
yeah, for me, I've been leaning more into the weird stuff and doing like sketches and
Yeah.
characters and stuff, and that's been more entertaining for me because it also explores that side of my creativity, which I don't always like lean into in stand up on stage for some reason. So I'm trying to like make the best of it, but also while I'm doing it, I'm like, this isn't the same as being on stage. Like I miss it.
It's different. It's so different.
Yeah,
There's nothing like a live audience, and breathing
yeah.
the same air.
Breathing the same disgusting air. So I went over my anxieties and stuff. What
Yeah.
about you? How are you doing?
I mean, it's like a minute by minute thing for me, but like right now, it just feels so good to see a human. Oh my God, what voice! Like this is so dope. I mean, gone through ups and downs. I think in the beginning of quarantine, I felt a relief in a way because it was just I wanted a break anyway. Like I wanted a break
Yeah.
anyway. I wanted to sort of reevaluate stuff, and this is sort of like a forced break for everyone.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
feels like, yeah, it feels like a vacation, but then anxiety set in too because also like everything's different. And
Yeah.
also I have, I'm not the most stable person, but everything's different on top of that. So
You did. I remember you were like, I need a break. I need a break. You've been saying that for a long time. And then
yeah,
this happened. So I guess be careful what you wish for.
I know. Sorry. I'm a powerful manifester.
It's fizza, everybody. It
My
wasn't
bad.
whatever you thought it was.
My bad. Yeah, I just, I'm taking it day by day, and I'm taking it seriously because
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, you know, I think initially it was, this is unprecedented. Everyone keeps saying it's unprecedented. It is. So it's like, no one knew how to react initially. I think I did a coronavirus like podcast or a podcast on coronavirus like 2 months ago. And I'm like, I don't know if you should release that because everything I said is so like uninformed.
I mean, but we all were.
Yeah, we all
were going through different timelines of like how seriously we're taking this. And I'm just trying to like for me, when I was trying to convince people to not do shows, I'm like trying to catch them up to the timeline I'm at.
Yeah.
And I could see that we were going to do lockdown and like whatever, but it took me until like a couple weeks ago. People were scared about this weeks before that. I just wasn't on their timeline, you know, like we're all getting information. That's why I was like just trying to provide the information and like to try to like inform people, because you can't assume that people understand how serious this is.
You were just trying to save them from damnation.
I was just trying to save them from getting damned, you know, my number one concern in life.
That's your new, I think that's your new passion. It was comedy passion. And now it's just
now I'm saving souls. It does feel like religion and trying to convert people, because people just don't believe you and they just are like, but I have a feeling it's this other thing, and you're just like, why won't you believe me? I'm trying to save you. I'm trying to save everybody. And then you're like, oh shit, I know I sound crazy, but this is based on facts and science and what's actually happening to people in Italy and stuff, you know. But it like, you sound insane when you're like, stay inside, I'm saving yourself. Like,
well, yeah, especially but the thing is, if there's something we can do to prevent or to mitigate or lessen that thing. I mean, because, you know, like you maybe informing X amount of people might have prevented X amount of an exponential spread wherever. So
yeah. Like my old colleagues who are working at the job that I used to work at before I moved to LA, I was working in infectious diseases. So they're making controls for tests that will test for coronavirus. They're making corona controls.
Yeah.
So like if I was still in that position, I would be helping in that way. If I had become a doctor, or like a healthcare worker, I would be helping in that way. But it's like, we're not those things. So all we can do is try to like convince our friends to be reasonable, you know, friends and family. And it's like, yeah, it's confrontational, and it could lose you friendships. But if it does like get people at home, then that's us doing our part to like help the healthcare workers who are putting their lives at risk every day, you know, like they're the most at risk. I mean, and they're still doing it.
Yeah, that hits close to home, you know?
Yeah, your whole family is doctors.
I know. It's just when we're learning more and more about corona, and when they're talking about it being airborne, it just makes it all the more dangerous. So
the droplets, everything.
Yeah. So, I mean, and then my dad is a pulmonologist. So he's right. And so he's in ICU all the time. So he has a proximity with all of these people. But
and he's older.
Yeah. He's going to be 70, actually. He doesn't look it like the guy. Let me age like him. But, you know, like, yeah, I mean, you know, his insides, I always joke, I'm like, you look young, but your insides are old. So, you know, it's just, it's worrisome to me. My younger brother, you know, he's working in the hospital. My sister's coming. This is crazy. So my sister got stuck in Kenya in the Kenyan airport in some airport there. She was in Zambia, and then I think they flew to Nairobi to get their connecting flight to JFK, and the airline did something weird, and their connecting flight left without like 10 Americans. And they're talking about like closing the border. They don't know when the next flight, like, I think the flight, they weren't advertising all the flights to America. They wouldn't even tell them if there were seats available on upcoming flights for whatever reason. It was sort of like a mess. It was
she was in Nairobi?
Yeah.
When this was happening?
Yeah, let me just make sure. Yes. Yeah, that's where she had her layover.
Well, they only have 15 people infected, so she might be safer there.
Yeah, that's what some people are saying, but also, this is not their first rodeo when it comes to pandemics, right? Viral pandemics. Yeah. So I think like they know how to respond very quickly is what she said. But like, also because if a pandemic were to spread, there aren't as many resources or personnel to there aren't as many
Yeah.
resources or personnel to, you know, to contain the situation if it does reach a point.
All right. So
Yeah.
your sister is she's back, or she's trying to get
She got a
back?
flight. She just boarded it.
Oh,
You know,
nice.
yeah, she's been, I mean, I think they ended up sleeping in the airport. They didn't know what was going on, but yeah,
Jesus.
yeah, now she's flying back and she lives in the Bronx and there's a lot of cases in the Bronx.
New York is not doing okay right now.
Yeah, I know. But what's interesting is, okay, so the whole family, I think my dad was sort of like freaked out. You know, my sister's traveling internationally, even though she's like a grown ass woman, like, you know,
Yeah.
that's his baby. So he was trying to get the whole family to come to Africa. So they all had this period of time off. All of their like sort of time off starts today. So
Oh,
yeah, so they all, I think, will have like 2 weeks, unless my sister gets called in, because I think right now she's saying they might get called in. It might be mandatory if they're short personnel, you know.
yeah.
But
They actually, my brother's in med school, and they sent all the med students home. So it's only like residents and other doctors.
yeah.
But all the med students are trying to do things for the doctors, like watch childcare, walking
Oh,
dogs, getting groceries, so that, because none of those people have any time by the time they get home. My brother's fiance is an ER doctor, and I was telling her about how we were going to go into lockdown soon. There were rumors before we actually did in here in LA, and she's in Houston, and she was like, just please, if you have any friends who are healthcare workers, buy them groceries. By the time they get out, there's no food left for them. They don't have time to do anything at home. So
yeah.
it's like, it's definitely, you know, healthcare workers are definitely sacrificing a lot. People who work at grocery stores and everything, you know, were proven to be critical in these times.
Oh my God, I know. We're
So
seeing, I mean, beyond just these times, you know, we're seeing sort of the importance of the working class.
yeah, exactly.
Like
For
if
sure.
everyone, so it's just,
But like right now it's like highlighting that, you
oh,
know, whereas I think in general they're taken for granted. Right.
yeah, they're in the front lines right now. They really are in the front lines. You know, like they're
Like
like
uh
the firefighters of
people like,
Corona. They're the,
yeah, garbage men picking up our trash, making sure we're like staying clean and healthy.
yeah,
All these, and they're, you know, they're likely to get exposed to things because they're dealing with all these objects and, you know, not clean stuff, but
yeah,
they're doing their jobs.
yeah. I mean, your brother's fiance, your sister-in-law. She works in ER. Has she been? Are there any cases? Have there been any cases in her hospital or?
I haven't had a chance to ask her about that specifically. I think she's honestly just been like very overwhelmed. She's also like a teacher at the, like, I think she has a academic position as well as a clinical position.
Yeah.
So I think for a while she was doing trainings for people, but I think in terms of just like procedures, protocols, meetings, like it seems when my brother was telling me his situation, he's at home having a hard time keeping up with all the emails, updates just about Corona.
Yeah.
So like her having to implement those changes in both in her teaching and
In
also
practice. Yeah.
clinically, it just seems like very overwhelming. Yeah, so I'm not sure how much she's practicing in ER right now, but I think she was supposed to start like this week or like later last week. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
We video chatted a little bit yesterday, but it was her sister and like her sister's family. They have like a young baby, and then me, and then my brother and her, because my brother had to fly to Houston because he had a hand surgery like a few months ago, and he had to fly to like figure out what was going on with it, and so now he's like flying back.
What was that experience like being on the plane at this time? How recently was this?
This like, I think he's flying back today.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Or I think he might be flying back, or I think he was trying to, like, since there's no reason for him to go in because he's pushed off of rotations because he's a med student, I think he's actually just trying to stay in Houston with her, so like to decrease the spread. Yeah. But he flew from Cleveland to Houston on Friday for his a medical appointment that he had to go to.
Well, it makes sense to be staying there.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think he said it was okay. I think he said that it wasn't as full or whatever as it normally is, but
yeah.
But yeah, but in our video chat, we didn't chat for too long, but we were just like watching the baby and like laughing, trying to like feel normal. So I didn't want to like ask her all these questions about like the chaos, because we're all just kind of like I'm constantly thinking about it. I'm sure she's constantly thinking about it. I'm sure she wants a break from that. We were just watching the baby laugh, and we were just like laughing at the baby. So, yeah.
Yeah, I talked to my dad about it, and he said I think there's 6 confirmed cases in Fort Myers, Florida. 1 patient died, but these are just the patients who've been confirmed, you know?
Who've been tested, yeah. And there haven't been that many tests available, so.
Yeah, I mean,
way more.
It's wild. This is like, when's the first Corona movie gonna come out?
It's probably already in production. They're probably all already filming it in individual rooms. They're on it.
Like it's sort of Blair Witch style, except we all have cell phones now and Zoom and shit.
Yeah, you and I will play each other in the movie.
That would be so fun.
It would be a fun acting thing to like play each other.
That is really, we should, that would, okay. I'm getting ideas.
I know, I'm getting ideas too. So yeah.
So we forgot to mention, this is like our 100th freaking episode.
Yeah. Yeah, this is our, we get unlimited
I just got like, this popped up. This meeting has been upgraded by the host and now includes unlimited minutes. So
because it's our 100th episode. They heard us. They heard us. Yeah, so it's our 100th episode. Every time I touch my face now, even though I'm in my own home and I'm going to wash my hands, I'm like, somebody's going to yell at me for touching my face. Okay.
Well, I always really train myself not to touch my face because it's a sort of a skincare thing. I only have my hair down here because we're on camera. Usually that shit's out of my face.
I actually felt like I did a little glow up considering like the last week and a half, I've been in quarantine. I think this is day 13 or something. I was an early quarantiner and I have just been like living in my own filth. I forget what days I shower. I like, I'm like never wearing a bra. Like, so like today I like worked out and I showered and I put like the gel in my hair that I normally put. And I even put like lip gloss on. And I was like, this is a full makeover. Like this is a glow up for my like quarantine self, like lip gloss. Incredible. So much effort for me now.
Looking good, man. I did some lip gloss too. But
nice.
But I don't like wearing makeup. So it's like, this is just whatever. I don't like wearing bras. I don't like wearing pants. So it's like, this is sort of.
I'm like saving so much money on like the contacts that I don't have to wear and like the lip gloss and like whatever, you know what I mean? Because usually when I'm performing and the lights are in my eyes, I like wearing contacts so that the glare I can see people, you know?
Yeah.
Or like, just using less products in general. Bras are going through much fewer washes.
I did wash my hair though. Look at this.
Nice. Nice.
Good Indian hair.
Nice. Healthy ass hair.
Yeah, I think that's a big deal for me because I used to like bleach the shit out of my hair.
Oh yeah, mullet fizza.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was wow. Like I don't know. Was that? It might have been like an identity crisis in a way, you know?
Because it's weird how you know yourself better now in quarantine than you ever have.
Like I'm spending time with myself.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not as I'm not anxious because I'm not always around like a bunch of people. I like social distancing anyway. So, but this is like a lot. You know, like,
I feel like I'm actually I'm one of those people that's like thriving in quarantine. Yeah. The only thing I like really miss is like being on stage and I miss like my friends. But other than that, I'm like eating healthier and like working out and like getting shit done that I wouldn't get done normally. So I guess we're pretty privileged in like how we're feeling about this. I mean, there's the general dread of like, if this is something crazy is happening and people are not okay. That's constantly weighing on me, but
I mean, it's crazy, but you stabilize eventually and it becomes your new normal.
Yeah.
It's I don't know how to maintain staying in crisis mode for a long term. Eventually it just, you acclimate. So I'm getting but also it's like, I don't know, we'll see. Like right now I'm fine, but also I have toilet paper finally, like,
Yeah. I'm mostly just like freaked out about like the numbers rising and like, what it's gonna.
They're saying the peak's gonna be in a month, I believe. 3-4 weeks.
I don't know about the timeline. I don't know about that. I haven't heard. I know that the numbers that I was seeing the CDC estimate were that 65% of the population, they said, would be infected. This was from like last week though, so it might be updated. And that the worst case scenario, according to the New York Times from the CDC, is that between 200,000 and 1.7 million people might die. It seems like the peak in other countries is different. Like the peak in the UK, from what I read on, I
Oh,
think
it's absolutely going to be different.
BBC was like 20%. Angela Merkel told Germany it was going to be like 60 to 70% infected. So it's just like, it's been really different depending on how governments have been handling it and stuff. And we don't have the best government right now.
Yeah, we're not really being governed.
Didn't really handle this pandemic too well, especially considering that Trump like fired those fucking people in 2018
and never rehired any replacements for the job.
What the fuck are you gonna do about it, Betsy DeVos, Ben Carson?
Yeah, that's the thing, is it's just they're way out of their league when it comes to this sort of thing. It's what I mean, someone who stepped in, who's spearheading.
Right now they're trying to give money of like what, 500 billion or something, like some not 500, it can't be, I think it might be some crazy amount of money to Steve Mnuchin of all people to just hand out and not have to have accountability for 6 months from now for bailouts. They're like, let Steve Mnuchin give this money away, no one question it, they'll reveal the names of who he gave it to 6 months from now. And it's just like, what? You think we trust you to do anything? You're just gonna give it to rich people. Like, we know you're just gonna give it to your fucking corrupt ass friends.
Yeah, of course.
And then what? It's like insane. I will say, go ahead.
I was just gonna say one thing. It's the world's sort of insane, but what really surprised me is they did not move primaries in Florida.
What? Like, why were people voting? This is like another form of voter suppression. If you're elderly or you're immunocompromised,
it's poor. Turnout was piss poor.
Fucking stupid.
You're not supposed to go outside.
You're not supposed to. And this is like another thing is like, I've noticed, I haven't seen all of the political advisors for Biden and Bernie. But there's this lady that I used to look up to, Simone Sanders, and she is a Biden supporter or like something involved with this. She has been very vocal about his campaign, and she was encouraging people last Tuesday to go out, and then like literally a couple days later was like, everybody stay in, like, and it was, people saw the switch and they were like, are you like, you should have said no to the, like, you kept stressing the importance of voting to people in the middle of a fucking pandemic. Like, by the time the LAUSD schools had closed, she was just like, yeah, everybody go out and vote, like, blah, blah, blah. And now she's like changing her tune because she wants to be on the right side of history. And she's like this woman of color. I felt like I found her like very reasonable in her interviews and stuff before, but I think she, you know, everybody, it's not intense to everybody until like after, you know, they don't want to sacrifice anything for this. And
well, until you don't realize, a lot of people just didn't realize the severity of it.
Yeah, but it just seems kind of like it literally was like a couple days later where she was like, everybody stay inside. And it's like, you were fine on Tuesday, like, you know, and yeah, this has been changing by the hour, but it's just like, nobody should be voting at a time like this.
No, it was insane. It was absolutely insane. And honestly, I'm just going to say it. I think the DNC just wanted to get Biden in because it's just, you know, I think they'd rather have Trump as president than Bernie as president.
I mean, I don't know if that's true because that seems like pretty extreme to me. Because I feel like probably, yeah, the DNC in terms of what your first statement, yeah, probably DNC like wants Biden over Bernie for sure. Like, but in terms of like having Trump as president over Bernie, I'm not sure if that's true. Because
I think they want Biden. They want Biden.
I feel like they want Biden, but like
they'd rather, I think, in my opinion, I think they'd rather have Trump over Bernie.
I think I would disagree with that just because it seems like incredibly extreme.
Yeah, and
in terms of fallout for the Democratic Party.
I'm not going to say that aligns with the party's values, but you know, but I think there is a lot of corruption and a lot of motive, and
yeah, definitely, like they haven't gotten along before, at the very least.
But that pisses me off, you know, because it's just like I wanted to live through a Trump Bernie sort of what kind of, like, that would be epic. It's like good versus evil, like that. It's like they're making it, they're just basically putting Trump back in office, which is like, it is what it is. It's terrifying because
I mean,
the Supreme Justices are getting very old.
but why do you say they're putting Trump back in office?
Do you think Biden, well, maybe Biden can win.
I mean, if you look at, okay, so a lot of people don't trust the polls, but the things with the polls is I think the way people look at them is not, if you say that there's this percent of a chance that somebody's going to win, it doesn't guarantee that they'll win. It gives them that percent of a chance of winning in that district, right? So if you actually go back and look at Nate Silver's polls from like, what is it, 568? What is this thing? His Nate Silver, fucking whatever, his polls actually were pretty accurate on like the local level from 2016. So people are looking at polls now.
I mean, his polls have been very accurate, I think, until the whole Trump election.
No, but they still were. If you look at how polls work, like if you look at like how statistics work, that's how they work. And he was like pretty accurate in terms of like, I think even the number of votes that Trump would get.
Yeah.
He said between this range, and it fell well within that range. So I think
people, a technicality.
That's a separate thing. But if you look at like the popular vote, Nate Silver like predicted how much he would win, and then he won those. He won within that range. So like the polls are actually, the right polls are actually accurate. I think it's the headlines that present those polls that that apply like an interpretation to them that is not like mathematically accurate.
Yeah.
So people don't trust these polls, but if you look just at the data, and if you look at like mathematicians' interpretation of the data, then they are actually more accurate. So when people are like, who trusts the polls? It's like, well, trust the polls. Don't trust the people who are like putting headlines out there because they're like misinforming you.
Yeah,
or like spinning it a certain way.
Story. It's not
a
report. It's a story. So there's going to be
But if you look at the polls for like what Warren was expected to get, if you look at how Biden was like his slump and then his return, that was all polled. Like, and I think right now I haven't looked at it in a little bit, honestly, but I think before this whole Corona thing, like I think Biden had a chance of beating, I don't want to say anything, but like, yeah, I think that, I don't know that we're putting Trump back in office if Bernie doesn't win.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean,
and especially now with how everything is changing with Corona and with, I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure like we could look it up right now and see, but I don't know.
No, I mean, it's like, at the time elections were sort of like, no one's talking about it anymore. It's all about Corona. We're living in the Corona era.
Well, I think people are pissed off that voting happened.
Oh, I'm pissed off. I think it's insane. I think most of the states actually deferred it, right? And it's just, I think it was like a couple, Florida, maybe another one or two.
I'm not sure. As of on the latest polls on March 20th, it says, according to Emerson College, which gets an A- polling rating from Nate Silver, I think, yeah, they said that either Bernie or Biden would get a 6 point. They'd get 53 to 47 Sanders to Trump or Biden to Trump.
Yeah.
So I think like we would still win. March 19th from Hofstra and Sacred Heart, Sacred Heart gets a BC rating. It's like 50 to 50 Sanders to Trump or 51 to 49 with Trump. That's according to Hofstra. And then Sacred Heart with the BC rating, they get 50 to 38 with Sanders or 52 to 36 with Biden. So actually, it's according to these. So the latest one from Emerson says it's the same. Previous ones seem to indicate that a couple of them seem to indicate that Sanders might be doing worse against Trump than Biden, but it seems like they both would win. But I would have to like dive deeper into these polls or whatever. But
yeah.
Anyways, so I don't think we should be so disheartened that Trump is going to win if Sanders doesn't. I think we just have to fucking. I didn't want Biden to be the person. I really didn't. I really, really didn't. But I think I guess it's happening.
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, it's just, I think, I don't know. I just think it's absurd. And I have a lot of, I mean, I don't want to say conspiracy theories, but just some theories. Let's just call them theories.
Yeah, I think I definitely am, like, I think I'm past the point where I'm like, where I have good faith in anyone who's a participant in any part of the system. But I do think that you have to have more, like, relative faith. You have to have like more faith in certain people's or certain parties' ability to enact good or just not evil. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Because otherwise it completely erodes your sense of like reality, or like like, you know, understanding like someone's like better at or more effective or more, you know what I mean? Like you can't just wipe the slate clean because the system is corrupt. Like, I think, yeah, the system is corrupt, but like within that, people are dying now. So how do we like save people now and then like change the system? You know, like we have to do like immediate and long term.
Yeah, I mean, I think we need to be acting on sort of like all cylinders, but everyone has their role. So I think from me, I'd rather have sort of a broader view of it and maybe even operate outside of the system. That's a whole other discussion.
She's off the grid. She's
Yeah, I'm always just sort
starting
of
the
like,
revolution.
Fuck the system. I just like sort of am naturally, and like if any kids are listening to this, listen to your parents, unless they're asshole. I don't know, but like just fuck the system. Just fuck systems.
Yeah.
Fucking revolution.
Except for the CDC, please listen to them.
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
I mean, like,
right now, please.
You know, we're all
be part of the stay-at-home system right now, please.
Yeah, yeah. That, you know, and I'm obviously like exaggerating. You know, not like fuck every system. I live in society. I participate.
Yeah, it's so funny to me, like anarchists or whatever. Like I knew, like when I was a kid,
Yeah.
like, or in like high school, college, I knew people who were like anarchists, but they like had I guess this is my like limited understanding of anarchy, but they would like live in this house together and then like have a chore wheel and like get jobs and like, so it's like you somehow have to participate in the system even if you really don't want to, just to like survive, you know?
Yeah, I think for me, it's just like, well, how do I tailor this to work better for me, as like tailor this to my experience or what I want my experience to be. So it's sort of like maybe creating my own thing, whether it's outside the system or with the system or in the system.
Yeah.
But yeah, like obviously I drive on like government provides stuff, obviously, like, you know, there's ETC, so like there are roads. We have roads to drive on.
Yeah.
You know.
All right. I feel like it's been almost like half an hour since I've been in here.
Yeah.
We're trying a different thing where we only put 2 people on the podcast at a time, just to make sure that with live stream and everything, we're not like talking over each other. So I think I'm going to dip out and we're going to have another co-host join.
Come on in. Yeah, I'm just texting Z right now.
So I'm gonna dip. I don't know. My social media is Paula Viganalin, PallaViganan. That's on all platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and now I'm on TikTok, bitches, because I'm bored as fuck.
What's your TikTok?
It's Paula Viganalin, PallaViganan.
Can you follow me on TikTok and I'll follow you? I have my 3 little cousins. They're all under the age of 16 are like the ones that follow me right now.
Oh, really?
And they're the only people. But I'm gonna get on TikTok. I'm gonna do this shit.
We're gonna all do it. We're all gonna up our followers. It's gonna happen. More content.
Yeah.
All right. I will catch up with you later. We're gonna have more Zoom podcasts episodes. Happy 100th.
Happy 100th. Yeah, enjoy quarantine. And
you too. All right, see ya.
See ya. Hi. Yes, so she's at the top. Perfect. Hey.
Hey, what's up?
What up? Happy quarantine.
Happy quarantine. We're a week into quarantine now.
All right. I see you with your washed hair. I'm not mad.
I had to wash it. I had to. I went like I think I went like 7 or 8 days. It was bad. But yeah. It's washed. Hi, Paul. Oh, Paul's not talking to us.
No, he's gonna
What is this? He just has a background of a Kobe Bryant shirt.
Yeah, we're gonna probably just put our logo in there.
Hey, this is my profile picture for Facebook.
Oh, okay. I like it. Very LA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm
gotta
recording
represent.
the screen.
Okay.
All right.
Goodness.
I'm muting myself, so then you guys can start whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Oh, we haven't started yet. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. We got Zara.
Hi.
Happy 100th episode.
Oh my God, happy 100. We made it. We made it. I don't know if other 100-year-olds are going to make it through this quarantine, but
Oh God, high risk. High
I
risk.
know.
We're surviving. We're gonna survive through Corona. Our podcast.
I hope so. I think we will. We will.
Yeah.
I think the name of the game is just to put out as much content as possible because everyone's in front of their phones right now. Phones, laptops.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been making some dumb shit. And might as well turn the camera on when I'm like, I mean, we're all just at home.
Yeah.
Our
yeah.
homes are becoming our studios. So
I've been
cleaned
like
up. I
tweeting.
cleaned up. Look.
You did. It looks great. That's awesome. I'm still cleaning up. I've been working because now that everybody's home, people are glued to their laptops. So like a work from home policy. So people are like sending emails whenever they feel like it, like freaking 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Like up and ready to go at 7 a.m. And I'm like, do you guys, like, you can sleep, like it's okay to sleep. Like it's fine. No one's going to get mad at you. I don't know. People are insane these days.
Yeah. Early to bed, early to rise, or whatever they say.
It's not even early to bed. It's like people aren't sleeping because everyone has anxiety. So they're like, hey, let's just work more to give other people anxiety that didn't have it, Crazy.
Yeah.
People stop working. Go take care of yourselves.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it's just like, in a way, it's having the income is good, but yeah, I know. It's different. It's definitely different. And, I can see how you wouldn't expect it to be more stressful working from home.
Yeah, because there's no separation. There's no separation because, like, when you're working from home, it's like you could just take your laptop with you anywhere. Oh, there's this viral video that's out right now where a group of people were on a similar Zoom conference call. And this girl basically she didn't realize that her camera was on, and she took her laptop to the bathroom and you could see her popping a squat, sitting on the toilet. It was hilarious.
And they left it.
Yeah, she didn't realize that her camera was on, which it's crazy. I don't know. So moral of the story is if you're on a video conference and you have to pee, just turn your camera off, go on mute, or just step away and be right back. It's crazy. I don't even know how you get back from that. How do you return? I think you just have to quit.
Was it like a company-wide meeting, or was it a more intimate?
It seemed like there was 8 or 9 people on this conference call. So
were they strangers? Were these partners across the world?
No, I think it was people work. It was a work meeting. So
was she peeing, or what was it more?
I don't know. I didn't watch long enough, but as soon as she popped a squat and sat in the toilet, pulled her pants down, sat in the toilet, all the other coworkers were people,
they say because she could hear. Obviously, that's why she brought it into the bathroom. So they're like, "Hey, we can see you."
I don't know. I couldn't watch it, and I'm like, "Oh my God, I feel horrible for this woman." But I don't know. You can step away from the laptop, you guys. Just step away, put yourself on mute, go pee like you do in normal life,
My screen time's gone up. I mean, I feel like all of us.
Oh my God, yeah.
This is our window to the world, right?
Yeah, I had I'm embarrassed to say how many hours I spent on screen time.
I mean, it's already, we were talking when Paula B was on, we were already talking about how that number is already embarrassing enough, or
yeah, it is so embarrassing.
Concerning. It's concerning.
I think I need, is there social media rehab or something?
Yeah, I think there actually is, but rehab for the rich.
I mean, it must exist in Hollywood. I think I need to go.
Oh, it does. I'm telling you, it does. And there's programs.
Do you know anyone who's has it been successful? I need it. It's bad. And you would think be better at social media with the amount of time that I spend on it, but I'm not. Like Instagram algorithms hate me. Like basically social media algorithms hate me. I think I'm shadow banned, and I don't know. I should just not spend any time on social media because that's basically what my presence, that's basically what my numbers say, you know? So
But you're not feeling social media these days. You're not.
it's just like it's fruitless, you know? Like I'll have on like really fun, like I'll have on a good joke and stuff, but it's like no love, you know? Like it's different. Like I like all my stuff really well on Facebook gets like no love on Instagram, or sometimes it does. It really varies, honestly. Like I really think both Instagram and Twitter just don't fuck with me because I'm not already like followed by like some people who are already viral, you know? Like it's a, who knows? I have no idea. It's just like
It's a puzzle, right?
it's
a great
it's just
algorithm
like, it's like a
puzzle.
black hole of like no one knows. Like some people have figured it out, but I don't know.
I think it's just, yeah, there's no one size fits all. That's the thing. It's just like you can't sort of like
But then I get so mad that like these like algorithms and these robots are like running our lives and making us worse about ourselves, you know? Like
I mean, we all know the studies that say social media contributes to depression, and now
I wonder if anyone has tried to sue Instagram yet. Can you sue Instagram for their shitty algorithm? Like, can you sue
if it
Instagram
causes
for
harm, and you can, I mean, if you can,
yeah?
if you have
Like
a
I
really good
wonder.
lawyer, I don't know.
I wonder. I mean, I want to sue Tinder for wasting my fertile years. I do that.
Tinder is not for finding dudes to impregnate you, but we didn't know that.
Exactly. But
didn't know that
however, because Tinder exists,
yeah,
it takes all the eligible men that are in this pool into that area. You know what I mean? Like
I don't even use dating apps.
I mean, I don't know. Whatever. I don't really feel like getting into it. It's the end of the world anyway, you know, so it's fine. We can talk about
it's the end of the world, and you closed on something very important at the end of the world.
Oh my God. Yeah. Well, we haven't closed yet. We'll see.
Earth's gonna be fine. I guess this era of the world, Earth's gonna be just fine. It's us that were really fucking it up.
Actually, I think Earth, like just like as an entity of like Mother Earth, I think the Earth is doing really well because like no one's polluting it right now, you know?
Oh yeah, it's a self-correcting system.
Yeah, have you been outside? It's beautiful.
I try to go on a walk every day.
Yeah, they're saying in New York over the weekend, too many people were going out on walks.
It's so
even in LA, they're shutting down parks and stuff because like no one, when everybody is doing the same thing, when everybody is going to hikes and walks, it's like there's just too many people for social distancing to work, you know?
I think the official statement that the mayor released was encouraging people to walk in their neighborhoods. So if everyone walks in their respective neighborhoods, it'll be a little more contained.
Yeah.
It'll be easier. But like, yeah, when everyone's, because like, you know, if everyone's going to like Griffith Park or whatever, then, you know, there's going to be, it's,
yeah.
It's
people were, even in New York, people,
airborne, right?
It's airborne, but people are like flocking to like, you know, all the parks and stuff. And it's like, guys, just stay the fuck at home. Like yesterday, I had to go to the grocery store and I'm surprised that even now there's still people, and it's the boomers. The boomers are the worst. The baby boomers are pretending like, oh, we've already seen it all. It's fine. This one guy who was like handling my groceries, he was like wiping his snot on his hand. And I'm like, are you insane? You deserve a ticket for that. You deserve like somebody
citizen's arrest.
What the fuck? Like
you have to arrest him from like pandemic. A 6-foot distance.
Like, can you, like, I understand sneezing,
yeah,
coughing and all of that. Like, those are all things that you can't avoid. But like, you're
putting boogers on his hands and handling it.
Like, what is wrong with people? I don't know.
Did it go on a hand or a sleeve?
I don't know what it went on, but I was like, I actually did. I'm like,
sleeve's better.
Gloves. I asked, I'm like, do you have gloves or something you can wear?
Well, you're supposed to wipe down the shit every time you get home anyway, like with Lysol.
Yeah, but it's like
alcohol or whatever.
But even if you think about it, like when we go to these grocery stores, like we don't, like I don't have gloves on when I'm like going to these places, right? So everybody is touching those things and not everyone has gloves on, right? So, and they're saying
they wipe it down.
It's like they're not wiping down all the products all the time in between every person touching it. So it's like and they're saying that the coronavirus like lives on cardboard and plastic surfaces for a little while. So you could just get infected going to the grocery store. Like you never know.
You can get infected at being delivered to you. That's why they say anything that comes into your house, wipe it down.
Yeah. Well, I ran out of Lysol. So
good luck ever finding it again.
We're never gonna find Lysol. I have Clorox wipes. I don't think I'm leaving my apartment.
Oh, you have Clorox. That works. Clorox wipes work.
Yeah, but it's like, what am I supposed to like wipe down, like, cereal box with a Clorox wipe or something? Like
just what you're gonna keep in the house.
I guess it's so confusing.
I know. I mean, what we're doing is like I think just trying to contain the spread. So it, if you can't be, there's no way to keep it 100% foolproof.
Are you guys practicing social distancing in your house, like with you and your roommates?
I mean, it's not like we cuddle anyway. So yeah, I guess like it's,
No, I was
generally 6 feet apart.
Asher and I are practicing social distancing, and I'm like,
you and your man.
Yeah, I'm like, what's the point? Like, why don't, like, we should just stay in our own places. Like, if I'm gonna come, because he's a hypochondriac and he's like, don't come near me, I don't want to get you sick. And I'm like, but if you live in the same household, I don't think it's just so weird.
Yeah.
Like, if you live in the same house.
I was surprised when you said that, like, because most people, if you are living with your partner, like, people are getting it in. We assume, but I don't know.
No.
It's like, it didn't even occur to me to like social distance within the house, but we're not like,
I'm in a social distance relationship with my significant other.
So yeah, that's the thing, is like,
it's crazy.
I mean, that's where it would affect you more. I mean, like, yeah, I'm not going to get to see anybody until this.
Yeah. Did you know that Pornhub is offering free premium accounts for all of Italy?
Oh, they're doing their part.
They may start doing it for New York and California and stuff too.
Wow.
Now, premium is just free for countries that are like heavily affected.
They see this, there's an opportunity here to get more people addicted to porn.
Yeah. I mean, I think what else are people doing? They can't have other human interaction,
I was on Pornhub yesterday. I was on Pornhub yesterday. I wasn't on it. None of my work has been.
Oh, your work isn't on it.
None of my work, but I was a patron of.
You're a patron.
But not the premium. I don't want to ever get the premium. That's too much. Like, I can't.
I don't know. I guess I feel like Pornhub has so much like free content on there. Like, you must have to go through a lot to get to like, okay, now I want to try the premium content.
Well, porn is very addictive. Your brain sort of receives it like you're actually like there's no difference between that and real sex, like in your brain, like whatever the chemicals.
That's interesting. I don't know. Like,
very addictive.
I would still want like physical touch. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I think
some people don't really like, it's not really my love language, but it's like,
no, you're human.
Yeah. I was going a little stir crazy though. Like, as much as I hate people, and I don't need to be touched, it's not my love language. I was like, I think all creatives are like this. Like, it's like, all right, we need to do something. Like,
yeah.
I was just like going out, like I went to Starbucks just to like see other humans. It's like, is this I Am Legend now? Like, are there other people around? Like, yes, there are humans around.
I mean, there's a lot of people. I take walks. I mean, I kind of walk by your place too, but like, it's not like you can do anything,
You could have just said hi. You should have called me. I would have said hi through the window.
Well, I didn't go that like far south,
Okay.
I just stayed on. sort of.
It's crazy.
I'm trying not to drop street names here.
Oh yeah,
Especially
you
when you
don't
get
drop
your,
street names. I don't want
especially when you get your
people
foot
showing
fans.
up. Oh my God. Speaking of like trying to appeal to like all my fans. So there's going to be a mortgage, right? So I'm trying to figure out different ways to pay for this mortgage. And since we've talked about, you know, foot fetishes so much on this podcast, I'm really thinking like, why not try it in this dark times? You know, like why not see if there's a way to get like, you know, these foot fetish people to pay to see my feet.
Why not? You're providing a service. Forget about it being in the dark times. Like, bring it to the light.
Yeah, well, I think why not? You know, while my feet are still young enough to get attention.
You know, and they're nice. I'm sure you get a very high rating on.
I don't know. I'm thinking about it, but
Are you on
also another what?
Are you on WikiFeet yet?
I'm not on WikiFeet, which is why I'm thinking maybe I should just go straight to like, you know, these premium.
Yes. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Very like my feet are always under wraps, you know, so like why not?
What platform?
Joke, but anyway. Yeah, I'm thinking why not? But also like I've been told that people who are starting like these accounts, like OnlyFans accounts and stuff, like it's not good for the future because like employers might be able to Google that and stuff like that. So I don't know. I'm trying to think of like a nice stage name for my feet or like a foot name or a
Yeah, you can start an account on Instagram for just your feet.
No, I'm not going to do Instagram because that algorithm hates me. Like I can't figure it out, but I'm going to try like maybe like an OnlyFans or something.
Yeah. Well, like when you're on Instagram, what do people seem to respond to the most? Like which type of posts? Because that's sort of
really pretty pictures of me. So basically what my Instagram algorithm, what my people are saying is like, shut the fuck up and just smile.
Well, like what else are you posting? So you're posting like the written jokes.
I post written jokes. Some of them do really well and some are way funnier than others and they just don't get any traction. So like, I don't know, or like they get more traction on like other platforms than they do on Instagram. Or I'll post a picture of myself and it's like, I'll get no love, you know? So there's like there's no rhyme or reason. I think it's like,
I know it's tough. It's tough to crack that nut.
There's like, you know, like once the Instagram algorithm puts you in a tier, like you're not gonna show up like until like people, unless you have something where people immediately start sharing it with other people. So I think what it does is it like shows up on people's feeds like in waves.
You gotta
like,
do some twerk videos.
If everybody in the first wave likes it, then they'll like increase it to like another wave. So what I
if you put your feet stuff on your Instagram,
I don't know.
The algorithm's gonna be like, your algorithm's gonna be popping.
Hey, listen, my money makers, I'm saving for something that can actually make me money because Instagram is now all about like, you know, pay to play kind of. Like unless you're already Instagram famous or doing well, like you still, because they're trying to get you to pay for, you know,
voting
ads. So I don't know. I think that's why a lot of people are jumping ship to like TikTok or something else.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is TikTok fun? Do you enjoy it? I really haven't played around on it yet.
I haven't posted up too much content yet. And even that, like, I don't, you know, but I think right now it's so new that there's a lot of fun content on there. It's really fun. It's really fun to watch. It's like the new Vine. It's like
I never did Vine though. That's the thing.
I never did Vine either, but I always saw like the viral videos coming off of Vine and like other places like Reddit and stuff. But yeah, I think all the Gen Z and younger are on TikTok. So it's fun. And like now the celebrities are starting to get on it and stuff.
I'll have to pick a day during quarantine.
There's a lot of, especially with like everybody on quarantine right now, there's like a lot of fun quarantine content to watch.
How long is quarantine content going to last? It'll be interesting to see how this unfolds. Like, are people going to sort of just shift back to to like, I mean, this is going to be our new normal. I mean, it's becoming our new normal, right?
Well, that's what everyone's saying. This is going to be our new normal for a while. Like they're saying that even past April 19th, which like everyone in LA and California is in right now, it's probably going to go past that. Like we're not even in the peak yet. I think the peak is going to be in another couple of weeks. So
Yeah, that's what they're saying. 2, 3, 3, 4 weeks.
I don't know.
Which is interesting.
know.
It's like, which of us are harboring it, you know? You don't know.
No. Or maybe we are and we're just like, maybe we're all like Idris
Asymptomatic.
Elba and we're just, you know, we're asymptomatic,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's we don't know. That's the thing. We don't know. We can't see it. There's no way to tell.
Well, so they're saying there's like a few people that are saying like, so China, this broke out in China and the first reported case was December 1st. So it was roaming around in China before then, right? So like there in November. Anyone, like knowing that we live in a very like small world now where anyone can hop on a plane from wherever and go anywhere else.
A lot of mobility.
It could have, it's probably already been here in the States. And we just didn't know what to test for because I don't know if you heard, but like there was a lot of people this year that there was like complaining and getting sick that there's a different strain of the flu. Like the flu shot was only like 50-something% effective this year because it was not effective against this new strain of flu that a lot of people were getting sick from. And so they're saying maybe that was coronavirus this whole time, but they just didn't know what it was because they didn't know what it was, so they didn't know what to test for it.
I might have had coronavirus when I got the flu and
it's fucked for a while, right?
Yeah, I was sick I was down for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, but that was like what, before the holidays or right after New Year's, right?
Yeah, it was January 2nd.
Yeah, so I mean that could have been it. You just don't know because you weren't tested for it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I just, assumed it was I assumed it was a hangover at first, and I was like, this is not a hangover, this is worse, it's cold. And I was like, this is
But did you have
worse.
like respiratory issues, like coughing and all of that?
I mean, I'm asthmatic, so any sort of viral infection, I usually will have some coughing, but I don't remember it being like particularly dry or like I think the most notable thing, like I just felt very drained. I felt like weak,
Yeah. Well, did you get the flu shot?
No, I didn't get it this year.
Okay. Well, I mean, we don't know. Like a lot of people, there's a couple of people who were like hospitalized.
Yeah.
Like right after the holidays and stuff, and like people couldn't figure out what was wrong. Like they were getting diagnosed with like pneumonia or some like weird strain of the flu, but they were testing negative for the flu. So they're thinking maybe this was it the whole time, and we just didn't know. We didn't know at that time. So I don't know. I mean, look at New York. They're saying that, we're recording this Monday, March 23rd. So they're saying today, like tens of thousands of people are infected, and they're calling it the epicenter now. They're saying that the disease has been out there for weeks, probably at this point. In order for all these people to be infected at this rate, it was already there,
So would that make sense for it? So in that timeline, could it have been possible that I had coronavirus January 2nd?
It could have absolutely been possible. It could be possible that someone from Wuhan, China, or anywhere hopped on a plane, where it was asymptomatic. They didn't know, and they could have probably been asymptomatic the whole time, and they could have
spreads exponential, right?
Right. So, I mean, there's been plenty of people who've been, sick this past season that rarely ever get sick like that before.
Yeah. That was, it didn't even occur to me that initially that I had the flu because I haven't had it in so long. I do get the flu shot sometimes. I didn't get it this year for whatever reason.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot we don't know yet. So like a lot of people are just like suspecting and stuff, but the way that these numbers are just escalating, a lot of it is because people are finally getting tested, but also it's so astronomical that it's like, people have already been roaming around with this and we just didn't know it yet, So.
Yeah, who knows? It's just, yeah, I think there's an increased level of paranoia. Like when I took a walk today, like I put a glove on one hand so like I could open doors and like, deal with whatever shit I needed to touch outdoors. And
Oh.
every time someone walks by,
I don't even have gloves. I couldn't find gloves. I couldn't find.
Oh, I had these already. Anything like that, it's really difficult to get a hold of.
Did I tell you? So last weekend, it was the weekend before the state mandated quarantines in California, like this past weekend, but the weekend before. So like about 9 days ago, I was trying to stock up too. So all of the grocery stores were like empty, like nothing was left. Okay, well, let me go to the Indian stores or the halal meat store because they'll probably have stuff. So I was at the halal meat store. The line was out the door. Okay.
Oh my God.
Auntie, like shalwar kameez and all, like the mom bun and whatever.
Yeah.
Probably as old as our moms. She's ordering like 35, 40 pounds of chicken. And everyone's just like, and she's just like, she gets her order and she's like, okay, and can I have 5 more pounds of chicken thighs? And can I have 10 more pounds of chicken breasts? And we're like, excuse me, auntie, can you like leave some for the rest of us too? Like, are you having a davat? I'd like to be invited. Like, this is ridiculous. Yeah, and she gave me an attitude. She's like, I have people to feed at home. I'm like, what, an army? Like, you have the Pakistani army here? What's happening? Like, we have to feed ourselves too. But yeah, this auntie almost got into a fight with me because I was like politely asking her, I'm like, ma'am, do you really need that much? But it's crazy. Aunties are crazy out here.
Like 40, how many pounds of chicken?
She got at least 35, 40 pounds of chicken.
That's like a 5th grader. That's the weight of a 5th grader.
Yeah, that's like
maybe that's
that's
a weight of a medium-sized dog.
Yeah.
On a dense chicken.
It is that generation. That's that baby boomer generation. They don't give a fuck about anyone else.
I mean, their heyday was in the 80s, right?
Yeah,
like
they're just
extravagant.
Like, I don't give a fuck.
Like,
I'm just gonna do
lifestyles of the rich and famous.
Right.
Wall Street.
So, what do all these baby boomers have in common? They think that they've already lived through all this shit, right? Just out and about, wilding out like crazy, like all the baby boomers are out at Costco and shit, like spreading diseases, whatever. And then on top of that, they're like hoarding all the food and all the supplies. Why? Because they have the money and they have the pantries and they have the deep freezers.
They have the pantries.
They have pantries and they have the
deep I don't freezers. Have storage to be hoarding fucking toilet paper.
All the boomers I know that have like houses, they also have an extra fridge in their garage or their basement.
Yeah.
And they're out here hoarding all the chicken. Like what? I don't understand. I was so upset about this whole Corona chicken situation. I'm like, could you get like lamb or something instead? Like, everybody's gonna want to eat chicken, like,
or mix it up.
Or like, go vegetarian for a week. It's fine, I don't know. These aunties are crazy out here. I have no sympathy for aunties right now. I really don't.
How many aunties have you get into it with? Aunties?
Just that one, but like it's also like the Karens of the world that were in
Karens,
or it's like hoarding all the shit,
Who's what are the Karens hoarding?
Toilet paper, friggin' Clorox wipes. There's no Lysol spray anywhere to be found.
Dude, you got to order all this online now, and even ordering it online is hard.
Amazon's backed up.
Yeah, you got to keep checking for new delivery windows.
Amazon's backed up, dude. Just don't leave your apartment. You won't get sick if you don't leave your apartment.
Well, I don't know, because stuff might come in,
I haven't.
People are having arguments about booty calls. Like, people are pissed that their roommate wants to bring in.
I saw that. I think we saw the same person. Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw that. That's crazy. Like, that is insane. Now is not the time for now is not the time for booty call infestations, like.
Yeah. I mean,
imagine. I feel
it's funny because in our heads, like when we went into quarantine, we all just sort of assumed but you could still, But yeah, now it's just like, no,
Wow.
people are social distancing in their own homes from each other.
I know people were, hey, listen, like this social distancing within my relationship is very difficult. He's like literally like, he's like millennial Larry David. Like he's just like, he's like,
I'm
"What?
shocked.
Don't
I'm
touch me.
surprised.
No, if you're sick, I'm sick. We don't know. No one wants to die. Don't come near me." So I'm like baking brownies. And I'm like, "Hey, do you want some brownies?" And so then I leave the brownies on the table. And then like I walk out of the room and then he comes in the room. Like it's the weird shit.
You're kidding.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So you guys are not getting it on, obviously.
When you're dating a hypochondriac, like I don't know. We're learning a lot about each other during this like quarantine time.
That is wild. You know, like just the number of like nasty videos people send each other is just gonna go up. Like,
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Have you snatch pics?
snatch pics. I think snatch pics are so funny. I sent some funny snatch pics out with like, I put Gwyneth Paltrow in one, you know, like so it looked like the Goop Lab like cover photo. But like the picture, the only gif I could find of Gwyneth Paltrow was her like smoking a cigarette in like the Tenenbaums movie.
Oh, okay.
So I put her right in the
Is
middle.
there really a picture of her snatch going around?
No.
It's just her candle or whatever, right?
So like the cover photo or whatever for Goop Lab, I think is the name of the show, is her standing in what looks like a vaginal tunnel. It just sort of looks like that. I don't know exactly what it is. It just
I'm looking this up
it
right
sort of
now.
looks like that. So I just thought a funny like snatch picture to send out would be like a snatch with, and then put Gwyneth in it. You know,
Usually I've just been seeing fruits like tangerines, you know, like the inside of a tangerine, stuff like that.
I mean, it's flesh color. It's pink. It's like it's pink. You know, it looks.
Of course. I mean, I would
like what it looks like.
Gwyneth's, you know, snatch canal would be pink. You know, interesting. Snatch. That's the first time I've said snatch canal. Sorry.
I like that snatch canal. I'd like to start saying snatch more.
I used to call them. I used to call it the curtain of life, because technically there are curtains that you need to come out.
Yeah. You imagine a baby
here now.
Is this considered being born breech?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean,
back yet? Is she safe? Do we know? Is your sister back? Has she reached the States? Has she left Africa?
Yeah, I talked about that a little bit. So yeah, she got a flight, she boarded, and she is in a plane on the way to JFK, the safest place on earth.
On her way to the
epicenter of coronavirus.
Oh, goodness. I don't know. It's crazy. Though, okay, so oh my God, your sister is going to be entering a whole new world when she gets here. You know, today, like
she has time off. I don't think she's working.
Okay, well that's good.
I mean, I don't know if they're going to do some emergency like thing where they have to call people in. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. I realized today that I haven't worn a bra in like 7 or 8 days.
Oh, I love that.
The longest I've gone without wearing a bra since I started wearing bras.
Oh my God. Yeah, I don't wear a bra in the house. I'm wearing one right now
I'm not.
It's not even a real bra. It's like sports
bra. Oh, it's showing off sports bras.
I mean, I was like, I should wear something. So, you know, they're not big, so it's not like they're flapping, but you know, I don't know. Just
You're fine.
Try.
You're fine. There's this, I realize if you leave a woman like home in the house without like any need to like go out in public, like we can just turn into like golems like within a week, you know?
Oh my God, have you seen the meme going around with like you know, after quarantine, everyone's eyebrows are going to be in a unibrow, like nails, like
God.
people who have gels, like they're, you know, they're going to need to get a fill and it's going to be like the length of the,
Yeah.
people who get the eyelash, like the singles put in their eyelashes, they're going to have like, they're going to be
There's
like
a few girls
stringy.
complaining about that. They're like, all right, 2 lashes left.
It was so funny. There was one more thing.
I don't know. I've had at least like 3 women hit me up like, hey, do you like, what are you doing for your nails? I'm like, this is such a first world problem. Just, it's fine. Like, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
I'm trying to keep myself up, you know. I gave myself a pedi. You know, I've been doing my eyebrows.
That's good.
I'm gonna take the hair off my legs at some point.
This is the longest I've gone without
Me.
doing anything. And now I'm like looking in the mirror like, okay, it's time. Like I need to get back to normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Though I don't know what the new normal is, right? We're still trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, I sort of am fine with social distancing. I mean, not to this degree, obviously, but like I'm okay. Like it's weird not doing shows, but then also it's just like, wow, it's just we've sort of been doing like the same thing over and over and over for years, just shows. It's
I think this is going to be good for like to unlock people's creativity. Like, yeah, I think like stage wise, I might be a little rusty, but I've been like writing a little bit more.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, something about not washing your hair for a while, it just like, it makes you feel like a little bit more creative. Like, yeah, I've been through some shit, you know, like.
You know, I don't wash my hair a lot anyway, because like when I wash it, I'll like style it and then I'll just try to put it in like a loose bun, keep that shit in place till I want to put it down, right?
Yeah. Well, you're not supposed to wash your hair. So I had a tweet earlier in the week where I was like, ladies, who's washed their hair this week? And like we all laughed because like no one's washing their, like, why, you know?
Yeah.
It's funny because it's like, and then all these other people that are like kind of like OCD or like hypochondriacs are like, ew, it's gross. I'm like, no, like you're not supposed to wash your hair more than like 2-3 times a week, like depending on the oiliness of your hair and your scalp and stuff. But like,
yeah, it's not supposed to, like it strips the oil out. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think once a week's fine for me, but like, you know, like I don't have a super sweaty scalp. My hair is up most of the time, like when I'm just out and about doing bullshit.
Yeah.
Or
and
working
we're just
up.
like, we've been like just at home. Like, how much can your scalp get sweaty and dirty at home? Like, what are you really doing at home? Unless you are having a lot of exercise. You know,
well, like washing your hair, it's a lot. The more hair you have, the longer it takes, longer drying.
I mean,
it's like a whole to do.
It's so much effort, you know. It's so
it is like a
no
thing.
one to see it. So like, why bother?
I mean, when women say like, "What are you doing today?" I'm washing my hair. It really is sort of.
Yeah, it's a process. It's a good. For me, it's like a good 2-hour process, you know, from like doing it and doing it, and then.
And for me, dude, if I wash my hair, I need to change my pillowcases. Like I need fresh pillowcases, so I need to make sure laundry's done also.
Yeah, that's part of it too. Yeah, I didn't realize. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. I don't know. I was thinking after this all blows over, could actually have like we survived the coronavirus like party, you know. But I think everybody is gonna do that too. So I think at some point we may all like when the celebrations start, that's gonna be the next wave of the coronavirus.
Yeah.
And probably the next wave of STDs. Like, can you imagine how many STDs are gonna come out of this?
I mean, right now I think people are like, an STD is not so bad.
Well,
that's which one, right?
So, you know, once this all blows over, it's going to be Corona babies.
Well, I don't know if people are social distancing. They're not going to be any babies.
Well, I'm not having a Corona baby.
Dirty napkins.
Other couples, I'm sure. Like maybe Idris and his wife will end up having a Corona baby since they're quarantined. You know?
Is he married?
He is married. Yeah, his wife just tested positive for Corona. like I think over the weekend or something, or sometime last week, which we knew was going to happen because he was positive and they were eating together.
Roomies.
They're saying like it's like a choice that you can make, you know, as a partner of someone who tested positive. Like you can either quarantine, have them go into self-isolation. But so like Asher for a while he thought he might have it because he ended up having to DJ the Saturday before the quarantine went into effect.
Yeah.
He was like freaking out and stuff, and he was like, I can't be around all these people. This is disgusting. You know, like, and he's like a germaphobe and all of that. And then he played it safe the whole night. He was everyone, like the crowds were on the dance floor and he was like in his DJ booth and he was like, nobody come near me or I will spray you with tequila. Like just everybody go. But then at the end of the night, you know, like everybody's leaving, he waits for everyone to leave and then he leaves and then he gets on the elevator and he's like, all right, I'm safe. And then what happens the minute the elevator is about to close, there's a horde of these like frat boy dude bros, drunk as fuck dudes get in the elevator and there's just like 10 of them all sweaty and gross. And then when Asher came home, he's like, oh, okay, I gotta, like he showered, threw his shit out, all of that, but it's like, I might be infected. So since then he's like, get away from me.
Oh
6
my God.
We're not, I'll sleep on the couch. You sleep, you know, it's like.
So then what's the point of being in the same place?
So we weren't in the same place. He's been at his place like all week.
Oh, yes.
You know, like I went over this weekend and even then he's like, stay 6 feet away from me. Like it was ridiculous. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So I don't know. Take whatever you can, but I don't know. Like this is like, I feel like this is what the hypochondriacs and the end of day apocalyptic people have been preparing for their whole lives, you know?
I know. Good on them, man. I got some water like I think 7 years ago, like one of those big jugs of water, and
is it? You have an earthquake kit?
Yeah, but that's not an earthquake kit. It's an Arrowhead bottle from 7 years ago, full of some water that no one's gonna drink anymore. I need to like step up my.
Does water ever expire though?
Safety kit,
if it's sealed, does it ever expire?
I don't know.
You might have corona.
A person who's prepared for the.
You might be growing coronavirus in that Arrowhead bottle.
Am I the epicenter now? Am I the ground?
You might be the epicenter.
Oh my God.
Is the epicenter of coronavirus. You never know.
I need to get it together. I got toilet paper though, so like that's
good.
Eased my mind significantly.
That's been hard to come by, definitely.
Oh my God. It's like you have to prepare. There's no, and I don't hoard toilet paper because, we live in apartments. I don't have like, I don't want to create storage for fucking 80 rolls of toilet paper.
Well, so this is the first time that my Amazon subscription has come in really handy because I've been getting like toilet paper and toothpaste and all these things in my Amazon subscription for like almost a decade now. So I was already like, okay, if anyone needs toilet paper, let me know before quarantine goes into effect because I already have loads in here. And I feel bad, but
you already had it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Some people it's just, it's a preference thing. It's different if every time toilet paper comes out, you go in and you hoard it. But like if you normally buy like your toilet paper for, I don't know. Oh, we're at an hour and 20. We should probably wrap up. Are we at an hour and 20, including our little breaks in between? We had some technical difficulties earlier.
I guess maybe.
Anyway, I think it's time. Basically, Paul is saying to wrap up.
Okay. So my solution to the toilet paper problem is if you're quarantined anyway and you need toilet paper, just fucking take a shower. Who cares? You're home. Take a shower. It's fine. Or get a bidet. They're only $30 on Amazon. But I've heard they're also backed up. So I don't know. Get a bidet for next time. The next pandemic.
We're Daisy. We don't need a bidet. We need a little watering can.
Just get a watering can.
Are we just in a hand? Although I do wet wipes. I can't get in touch with that part of my Daisy.
I switched to wet wipes a long time ago, but the wet are ruining our plumbing systems.
I know.
Yeah.
It's just, even when they say they're septic safe, I heard they're not.
I don't know.
You send people in there.
Maybe when the turtles get mad at that about us, when the turtles get mad about us using wet wipes, then we'll figure out another solution.
Oh my God. Well, I guess we got to wrap up our quarantine episode. This is our first episode in quarantine. It's also our 100th episode.
100th episode. We did it. We did.
So yeah, we had to cancel our New York show, obviously, at New York Comedy Club at the end of this month. So, but I'm thinking maybe now everyone's moving to online shows. We can do some, and it'll be very interesting to see sort of how comedy, how the art form grows.
Yeah, I mean, we might do something virtual. I think we're still thinking about it. So
maybe April 12th, since that's when we were supposed to have our West Side show. But
we were supposed to do our West Side show in Santa Monica April 12th, which is Easter Sunday. But everyone's going to be celebrating Easter at home this year.
You know what? We're all on the internet. We can pick any day. So if listeners.
So for those of you who are going to be listening to this podcast, feel free to DM us. Let us know if you'd be interested in a virtual show.
And if you have a platform preference also, because we're just all figuring this out together.
Yeah.
So where can we find you on social media?
They know where they can find me. Really Zara. On all the social medias, really Zara. Zara is spelled Zahra, on Twitter, on Instagram, on TikTok. And please go like my Instagram stuff because I swear to God, I think I'm shadow banned. I think I am shadow banned. And there's no other explanation.
Damn.
I don't know.
I'm Fizadasani.
Shadow banning me, Instagram. Just stop it.
Fizadasani, Fizaadosani. That's my .com. That's my social media stuff. And facialrecognitioncomedy.com, at Facial Recognition Comedy, and on Twitter it's at Facial Rec Comedy. Check us out. If you like this podcast, pass it on to a friend, and stay safe. Wash your fucking hands.
Wash your hands. Wash your hands.
Wash your ass.
Sing the Bollywood happy birthday song. It's just as long as singing the American happy birthday song twice.
Oh my God. Do you want to do it?
Bollywood happy birthday song?
I can't fucking sing.
You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. We can find it. You can go find it. It's a Bollywood happy birthday song.
Yeah, Paul, maybe you want to close us out with that?
Maybe. I don't know if we need rights for it. I don't think so.
I posted a dance video and it with Wilson Phillips, and all the social media outlets, Warner Music, were like, nope.
Oh no, you can't post any popular stuff.
Yeah, that's a classic. All right, well, it's good seeing you digitally.
It's been so long.
All right. I'll see you soon. I can see you anytime now. We have technology. It's so different.
Come find me. Come FaceTime me. That goes for anyone else. If you want to do an Instagram live or anything, hit me up.
All right. Thanks.
All right. Bye.
Paul. Bye, Paul.
Bye.
Paul's our sound. Paul, you want to unmute? Say something? Or should we I guess I could.
No.
All right.
Okay, bye, Paul.
Okay, so I guess I press end meeting.
Leave meeting. I'm leaving. Bye.